Talent is a serious thing.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
Jimmy, stand by.
All right.
Everybody ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, rolling.
Well, thank you guys for providing a fun movie experience. It's sometimes you go to comedies and you don't laugh, and you sure laugh in this one a lot.
Thank you.
And it was so nice to see you guys back together again. This movie had a very similar feel to Silver Streak, and that's a compliment.
Thanks.
Do you think that's so?
Same director.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you feel it had the same kind of feeling in some places?
Never thought about that.
I didn't think about that, but I'm glad that you felt that.
If the people laugh and they're touched and everything, and they come away thinking what a nice way to spend the evening, then we'll be happy.
Richard, was it hard? I was trying to watch you even in the films from behind the scenes, of keeping your eyes away from looking at somebody. It's hard enough to act, but isn't that extra problems when you have to do that?
It was people keep saying it. No, that wasn't the hard part for me. Hard part for me was getting the words, doing the words correctly, and working with Gene, and because you can't look when Gene does something, and I can know he's going to do something, or don't know, and not being able to react to that was harder. When someone pushes your eyes, it's very hard to make your eyes not. I just did it, and my eyes blinked, but it's very hard to not do that.
Did you ever consider wearing glasses?
I did that once, and I think the director decided that wasn't the best for it. You couldn't see.
It's better the way you did it, but I would think that would have been an easy crutch to go
Yeah,
on.
it would have, but we didn't have none. Gene and I worked hard to. One thing, aside from doing our characters in this particular movie, there was a comedy. We wanted to do that, but we didn't want to do anything that would offend people that were impaired, either by deafness or blindness, to make fun of them. We wanted to be in a situation of life, two people that denied their disabilities, impairedness, and they just went on with it no matter what. And to have them realize through each other what they were and who they were human beings.
Did you have to catch yourself not listening?
Yeah, sometimes I did. I would wear little plugs that were covered with makeup. And sometimes, like there was one scene in the hotel lobby when Richard and I were walking off, and the girl behind the desk hollered out something, and I turned around and answered until,
Did you ever carry any of these characters home with you when the shooting stopped? Were you ever blind at home? Were you ever not listening at home?
Only in the beginning was I that way, and for learning who I was.
Was it fun to do that, though? Sometimes it's a trick maybe at home? Go.
What I learned is you can't do that at home, not even in your own house, if you don't know. It helped me understand blindness a whole lot better. Putting on a blindfold just in your own home. You know where everything is, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you don't.
But you don't.
I'd go to restaurants and wear the plugs and just see what I could get from the waiter or the owner, just from looking at their lips, and see if they noticed me looking funny, because I was conscious of, will it look like I'm staring? It didn't. It feels like I'm staring, but it doesn't come across that way.
You two guys are two of the most recognizable people really in the world. Does that get to be a problem and a pain sometimes? Because I don't think you could really ever disguise either one of you to
I don't think I'm that recognizable. Richard is. I don't think I am.
You don't have a problem with it when you walk through airports or just you can go to the store or anything?
At an airport. He gets it much more than I do.
I just say this, accept it, and this is what I've always wanted, is because I like when people recognize me hopefully for good work, and that does me, because that fills me up. I know I was sad one day, real sad and depressed, and a little boy came over to me, and he kissed me for no other reason than that's what he had saw and felt, and he kissed me on the cheek. And I looked at him, and he walked away, and I said, Jesus, that feels nice. And it feels nice to be touched.
Oh, yeah.
And it makes your day, it does fill you up. The fact that you like our movie, we worked hard on it, and we're glad and grateful that it came across like that.
Do you ever go back and watch your older movies and laugh? Or you stay away from them?
I don't watch.
I don't watch my movies.
Is it because you don't want to see yourself, or you want to see the mistakes, or you just rather don't? It's not a comfortable thing for you to watch yourself.
I don't know who that person is. I don't get it. You know, I don't. I'm sorry.
Same with you, Gene. You don't know who he is either.
I say, what were you doing? What were you doing? Why did you think that would be good or funny or whatever?
Yeah, too critical.
And then other people say, oh, what are you talking? That was wonderful, but can't see it. And I don't want that disappointment.
Mm-hmm. But that's the thing that most people don't understand about people who are comedians. You're very serious people, and that you take your work very, very seriously. It's not just go out there and play. And I think a lot of people really don't understand that, do they?
Comedy is hard work. It really is.
Dying is easy, comedy is hard.
Yeah, it is, man. It's real hard.
Well, congratulations on this film. It's wonderful seeing you guys together. And let's don't go however many years. How long has it been? 8 years. Let's don't go another 8 years before we see you guys together, because there's
won't.
too much magic out there, really.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
Very much.
Are you all set with
That's it.
We're all set. Richard looks beautiful.
Well, that's...
Gene looks gorgeous.
Whew.
And
They have to say that, don't
Yeah, I know. He's getting tired.
He thought I was in trouble.
Okay.
This is
Go
the
ahead.
first interview. No. So how's it feel for you guys to be working together again?
Wonderful.
Yeah?
It's great.
It's a special feeling. We haven't worked together since 1980, since Stir Crazy. And it was an awful lot of fun, a lot of hard work, but very rewarding.
What does this guy bring to a project that makes you enjoy working with him so well?
Who?
I'm asking Richard.
Gene brings to the
Oh.
project Gene. And
Yeah.
there's nobody else like Gene. For me to work with, it's a pleasure, and I'm honored, you know, I mean, because we do good work. And that makes me happy to be in something good. Gene rewrote this, as you know, and he
Mhm.
made it what it is. I mean, in terms of the script, he made the script work for us. And Arthur Hiller, I mean, is our director. And we started off with good from the very first day.
Mm-hmm. How about you, Gene? What does he bring to the project?
He brings himself. That's who I want. His sensitivities, his craziness, his sadness, his joy. And when I'm in close contact with that, it spurs me to, I don't know, make him laugh. I like to make him laugh.
Yeah, he does that.
Did you have him in mind from the beginning?
Well, it's more a question of did we have each other in mind, because we both received another version of this script separately,
Mm-hmm.
and both had a lot of reservations, and then TriStar brought us together, and when we got together and looked at each other in the eye, and
Marvin Worth had written, he's our producer, had rewritten the script with other writers. And that one had a potential. I saw it, you know, I felt. But Gene, he rewrote this now to make it what it is now. And it's like he made it 80% better, his work on it. I'm glad he felt the way he felt about it for both of us, because he wrote for both of us, which is a very hard thing to do. I say that because I just believe it is. Gene says it was easy, but I don't think it was
well,
that
if
easy.
I can write easier for Richard than I can for myself. That's a crazy thing.
Really?
Yeah, I have great difficulties, unless it just happens just like that, which in Young Frankenstein it did, but otherwise I have a lot of trouble. But I could write for Richard all day. Don't know why.
There's a lot of talk about the chemistry between the two of you. It's very apparent on the screen. Do you feel it on the set? When you're, I mean, does it really turn you on and
Always.
charge you up?
Always. Yeah.
It's a nice
special thing.
magic. It's nice. It's makes you want to be in this business. When I go to work with Gene, I really know that it's about something, and that when we're finished, we're going to have something good. And I'm so happy to hear that you feel the way you feel about it. I mean, that makes, you don't know, it makes me a happy guy.
Now, you said it's been 9 years since you've worked together. Did you always feel like you'd do another project together?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You always knew that?
From the beginning, I did. Going down the subway stairs. I said, yeah, this is going to be it. This is nice.
But it got pretty discouraging when there weren't any scripts.
Mm-hmm.
I don't intend to let that happen again. You know, I'll just dig in.
Yeah, we will do work, more work than we did in the last 9 years, but we will only do things that I feel are good. That's what I got out of us working together this time. Yeah, it's all right to work together, but make sure that you're going in with a good feeling.
It's got to be special.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'd rather not do it.
Nobody goes into a film thinking it's not going to be good.
Nobody.
But was it important for you guys to have a hit with this film? Is it important for this film to be big?
Well, a hit is one thing, and an artistic success is not necessarily completely separate, but it is another thing. What Richard is saying, I believe, and what I feel with all my heart, is it's important for us to think while we're filming it, to believe with all our hearts that we're doing something that's worthwhile, that's truly funny, that is going to be special. Now, if at the end, when it comes out, it's not a hit, it's sad, but that doesn't take away from the fact that we love doing it. I think that this one is going to be a hit. I feel very confident about it, but when we're working, we're not thinking in terms of hits and flops. We're thinking, is it good? Is it really good? Trusting that with the two of us together, which is not always the case, if we do something that's really good, it will be a hit. Sometimes you
And
do.
we've done the best we could do with this piece, and I believe we have.
You could take something with someone else, and it's a wonderful little film, but no one knew to go to it. They don't know the people, or it wasn't advertised, and so it doesn't have a chance. With Richard and me, the people will know. They'll say, oh, we're going to see Richard and Jean. Then we could disappoint them if it wasn't good. So we just have to worry about it being good, not about the hit part.
Now, Richard, you tend to play cocky characters. On stage, you seem to be pretty cocky, but sitting here, you seem very subdued. Is there a real cocky side of your personality, or is that something that you kind of turn on for the camera, or turn on
I
for the stage?
For the camera, for the stage. In reality, I'm just a person. You know, I have the same. I'm the same as any human being on the planet. Except that I have that special talent that I can do this on a stage or in front of a camera. Other than that, I'm just, you know, just a human being, I think. I mean, I don't seem to be much different. I don't feel much different than anybody else. And I've been around the world, and I see people everywhere. They seem pretty much like me.
Is he right?
Oh, don't get me in trouble now. You know, I don't know Richard all that well. I know him very well on screen. I don't know him all that well off screen. But we're all of us, if we're in touch with ourselves, human beings, and we cry and are shy and all that. And as Richard says, except that we happen to be able to sing an aria from Puccini, you know, except that we can do that. So we do that, and people applaud him. But then when you go home, you're not singing an aria when you go home. Mel Brooks does, but...
Okay, that's it. Thank you very much.
That's it.